So this can be an 8-string, but you can actually make this 8-string into a whole bunch of different styles of uke or different types of uke by taking some strings off, and it works really, really well. Matter of fact, I got this idea from Takami. She made her 8-string ukulele into a 5-string with the octave on the G. So you can do this obviously with all of them. And get that kind of harp. So that's the 8-string, and then I'll be back with another variation. Okay, so then you can convert this 8-string into a 6-string ukulele, not in the sense of like a guitar lily where there's 6 courses, still the 4. This is called Lili U from Queen Lili U. Her name is longer than that, but I can't remember. But essentially, your high string is just your high G. Then you have a high C, a low C, and then an E that's single on its own. And then the best part of this is going to have a high A and then a low A for you to be able to kind of have that bass string on the bottom. Octave. And you still have that bouncy high string, but it's not as crowded as an 8-string. Again, if you like 8 strings, which would be 8-string would be octave octave, like we showed before, and then octave octave, and then it would be the same for the 2nd string. 2 E's exactly the same octave, and then 2 E's. That makes it really trivially, but this is kind of takes a little bit of that away. And then basically, unlike that 8-string, instead it has the low A down here, where the 8-string would only just have the 2 high A's, which I think sounds really good, especially with this kind of bouncy high. Just changed these so they're a little still coming out of tune a little bit, but you get the idea. 8 strings are versatile for all kinds of tunings, so it doesn't have to be that really thick 8-string. It could be any of this. It could, and I'll do right after this, I'll do the one where it's 5 strings with the double. Anyway, so that's another 8-string, but then it's in your Lilu 6-string tuning. All right. I'll be right back with the 5-string. So then we come to the 5-string. This is my favorite, where you have a high string, a high G, a low G, and you can get both the melody notes instead of having to be concerned about, do you need a high G, do you need a low G? Well, you got both, and the other one just becomes an octave, so you can get that melody note out of it. And then of course it has this little bit of a trill. Yep, so that I get for trying to change all these strings and hoping they keep the tune. Start this video over. Ooh, yeah, that one's way out. Okay, back. I think it'll be in tune. Okay, so this is like, so you can still get that trill kind of on the top, but then the bottom's more clean. This is my favorite tuning, or my favorite, 5-string guitar setup. So normally a 5-string would come in, a specialized thing like that. This is a specialized 5-string that I got, but you can only be a 5-string. I guess you could take that one off and it could become a 4-string. And then there's other ones with the 6, that would be just the 6 to have that coursed one prior, that Queen Lilu. And then, but with the 8-string ukulele, you can have them all. You can even take off the double here and have your regular 4 setup. But what I really like, and a lot of people might too, is that you have a lot more space to put your fingers down instead of having it being all cramped up. You can make it just a 4 high string, you can make it a 4 low string. So I think a lot of people look at the 8-string ukulele and look at it as, they're stuck with all these strings, but again, Takamine, I can't remember, she's like one of the best ukulele players. I think it's Takamine. The Hawaiian player taught me this idea, and then from this I just thought, oh wait, I can do all the options. So